To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll then move into discussion, possible action on matters emanating from executive session. Could I have a motion to approve the stipulated agreement regarding student conduct as discussed in executive session?
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Solozzi and a second by Ms. O'Connell. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions?
I'll abstain.
Aye.
Noted that Ms. Grant abstains. That motion passes. Could I then have a motion to appoint Lisa LaChance as the principal of City Hill Middle School? We have a motion by Mayor Hess. Do we have a second? And a second by Ms. Gallo. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? That motion passes. Congratulations, Ms. LaChance. If you do want to get up and say a few words, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you to the Board of Ed, especially Superintendent Martin and Superintendent Cootie, for this amazing opportunity. Sorry. Thank you for this amazing opportunity. Although I'm sad to leave Andrew Avenue, I believe the teachers and staff will continue to work hard for our students, for our amazing student growth. I will miss the students, teachers, and staff and families dearly. I look forward to my journey ahead. I'm honored to be given this opportunity to lead a community where we will have a laser focus on student growth, both academically and social emotionally. I'm thrilled to return to City Hill, where I will build relationships and guide students into becoming the best version of themselves. They are the vision of the graduate. I promise you that I will give my unwavering support to students, teachers, staff, and families, and I will work tirelessly to meet my goals that I've set in my entry plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. LaChance, and I want to thank your family for sharing, because this is a, you by default work for the Naugatuck Public Schools, by the amount of time you share your daughter, your wife, and the two fine young gentlemen. I've seen pictures of you in her office, but I've not met you. Thank you for coming and for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations again. We will then move into our recognition. We have a few recognitions tonight.
If you're from Naugatuck School, can you come on up here, please? You can hold this, but you should be holding this. Kathy, get right behind here, please.
I feel like I should be behind the poster.
So that's, yeah. There you go. While we're taking some photos, it is my honor to present the staff here from Naugatuck Elementary School with certainly with gratitude on behalf of the Board of Education and the Naugatuck Public Schools for all of your work to make Naugatuck Elementary School a 2021-22 school of distinction. And it should be noted that only 10% of schools for various categories throughout the state are awarded with the School of Distinction. Very well deserved. I love every minute of being in your school, in your classrooms. Some of you I've worked with back in many years ago, Prospect Street School. And on behalf of this board, myself, and the Naugatuck Public Schools, thank you for everything that you do. Congratulations on your amazing achievement. That'd be great. We were fortunate to have not one, but this year, 2 schools of distinction. Mr. Chance, can you please come up? I don't know if there's, yes! So, quick side note, when we're transitioning, Mrs. Stone is here. She is the Assistant Athletic Director Extraordinaire. I've witnessed her this year in that role do amazing things. Thank you. So there's a little recognition ad lib. So Andrew Avenue, I should note that Hopbrook School was a school of distinction for being in the top 10% of high growth in ELA, both for their whole school and for students with high needs. Andrew Avenue is a 2021-2022 school of distinction, again, being in the top 10% of all Connecticut schools in high growth for high needs in math. Nice. Excellent. Congratulations. Congratulations to the entire Naugatuck community and this amazing achievement all that you've done in service of our students. We're not done, Mr. Vicky. Oh, yes, sorry. Yes. Getting ahead of myself. Great. Now I would like to ask Principal Lisa Romano. Dr. Romano, please come on up. Between the time we hired her and now she became doctor, so she managed to squeeze that in with by being principal and having small children. So we are very fortunate. We're here to recognize Dr. Romano. Dr. Romano was awarded yesterday at Maple Hill. If you go on our social media and our website, Lorraine took a million pictures, videos, etc. Yes, she updated herself. Yes. We are thrilled to recognize and congratulate Dr. Romano on being named the Cass Elementary First Year Principal of the Year. I could speak at length, but I thought who better than to quote Cass, who was quoting your staff members. The testimonials from staff members at Maple Hill Elementary School in the application speak volumes about her profound impact on the school community. Colleagues commend her positive and infectious love for education, her open-mindedness, ability to motivate and empower teachers, her clear priorities for instruction, and her high expectations for everyone have earned her high praise from staff who commend her for being supportive, accessible, and a problem solver. We are thrilled that you joined the Naugatuck team, and we expect you to be here forever.
Congratulations, everyone. That now brings us into public comment. If there's anyone from the public that would like to offer public comment, please step to the podium and state your name and address for the record. And I'll do one last call for public comment.
I wanted to share the podium if somebody else wanted to come up. Dorothy Kunin, 49 Court. It's been a great time for public schools. Congratulations to the NBL boys and girls for all of their accomplishments this season. Congratulations to Dr. Romano, that's great, the Principal of the Year. Congratulations to the community program graduates, which I noticed online the other day. And again, to Hopbrook and Andrew Avenue for school distinction. Those are great, great feats that, you know, we seem to be managing and exhibiting throughout our district. Also wanted to congratulate the Para Educator of the Year as well as the Teacher of the Year. So congratulations, a lot's been going on here in this district, and it's good to see. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. One last call for public comment. Seeing none, we'll move into the superintendent's report, and I will turn it over to Superintendent Martini.
Great, thank you, Mr. Chair. I've attached a number of documents for you. I think it's the last one. And a short presentation. So each year under the law, Connecticut, when they collect our data, the state of Connecticut collects our PSIS data in October 1. It's really the composition of all of student enrollment throughout all of our schools. So each year it's posted online, and we receive a report about the racial composition statistics for Connecticut public schools. And I just want to share with you some of the, so you're aware of what goes on. We're not segmented, we're actually very diverse, and I'll get into that a little bit. So, pursuant to the law, racial imbalance occurs when there's a 25% discrepancy between all of the students at a particular grade level and those of a particular school. So if you have one school, well, then there's likely not going to be an imbalance. But if you look like in Naugatuck, they would take the racial statistics of all of our elementaries and then compare that to each elementary to see if there is a school that is racially imbalanced. Those communities that have schools that are racially imbalanced, the BOE must file a plan to correct the imbalance with the state within 120 days. If you are plus or minus 15%, then you're in the category and you get notification that you have impending racial imbalance. And while there's no requirements, you're encouraged, boards of ed are, and administration are, to be proactive, to develop a plan to become more balanced. Then there's sort of the in-between, right? You're less than 15, but you're not quite a diverse school. So the diverse school category is a school within a school district having a minority school population of 50% or more. That's in the district. And then the school has a minority population of 25 minimum to 75. If you have that, then you are a diverse school. So if you scroll down, again to the last slide, you'll see the slide, and maybe you can go in a little bit more so they can actually see this there. Excellent. So you'll see that every one of our schools has a star, which means all of our schools are considered diverse. If you look all the way over where the arrow is, so that's the arrow just showing you the columns. You're comparing the district percentage minority to the school percentage. And then the rectangle box all the way over to the right, that's the absolute imbalance. That's the percentage as compared from the school to the district. And you will see that we are very balanced. There would be one outlier where Salem School is 5, I would say, more than the district. Other than that, we're talking all the way down to Hopbrook, which is 0.1. So I just thought it was interesting that there's only 5 communities in Connecticut that all of the schools in those communities are diverse, and we're one of those 5. So if you think about some of your urban centers, you think of diversity, but really they are sometimes higher than 75% minority. True diversity is, us and Torrington and East Haven and 2 others that elude me, maybe Groton. But this is for your information. I won't go into it every year, but now when I share the report at board meetings, we'll know we are an extremely diverse community. We're proud of it, and we know that it's an asset and a gift. If there's any questions, I gave you all of the documents. You can look up every district alphabetically throughout the state. Well, now is when I ask Mrs. Cooney to provide an update in regards to our summer program.
So I've attached 2 memos for you. We're very happy that we will be able to continue our summer programming, both programming that is offered by the Naugatuck Public Schools and additionally programming that is offered by our partners. So you can see that we have lots of opportunities for students in Naugatuck to participate in summer learning opportunities and other programming. Anyone has any questions? I can move into the reading program update. So I've also attached for you a memo regarding our reading pilot that we would like to implement next year. Back in October, Superintendent Montini shared with you the upcoming mandate that requires districts to implement a K-3 reading curricula or program that's aligned with the science of reading. At that time, there were 6 programs that we began to explore, and currently there are 7 programs that are approved by the state. So this year, we spent the year examining the programs and narrowed it down to our core program, which you see here. That process included administrators and reading consultants coming together to examine the different programs. Recently, a team of us went to visit a local district that's implementing a portion of the Art Core program, and we are excited to be able to pilot the program in our grade 2 and grade 3 classrooms. Part of the decision to include grade 2 and 3 was the illustrative math rollout. Those are the 2 grades that will not be impacted by that rollout until the following year. So should we adopt the program in the following year, then grade 2 and 3, their new learning would be around illustrative math.
One of the things that this is related to the reading program, but also related to the budget. As a part of the budget process, you may recall that we reduced a 1.0 FTE of computer literacy at the elementary. We did that at the time because there was a vacancy. So I'm going to, as the grants are coming in this summer, if there's an opportunity to fill that position, I'm going to look to fill that position, even though it was eliminated in our budget for the year due to taking away the common planning in a time where we're now implementing a new program. So things have changed, and if we had known that we were going to be in that position then, we might not have made that decision. But I'll do it in such a way so there's no local impact, or if there is a local impact, I'll bring it to your approval at the August board meeting.
So reading is absolutely critical, and I didn't look at the reading lists, but I would encourage a list that would be of interest to the students, because if they read, I don't want to say no matter what they read, but if they get interested in the concept of reading things they enjoy, that will be more important and carry forward more than being forced to read books that you're not interested in. So I would try and make it interesting.
I feel like you were on our committee, Mayor Pete, maybe in
Well, I
spirit.
wasn't, but that's what I
Yeah.
did.
And I think that the committee did a wonderful job and chose this program to implement because of the rich literature, culturally responsive books, high interest books, and lots of books in classroom libraries. And I'll turn it over to you who actually led this.
Additionally, the first unit focuses on creating a culture and love for literacy in all grade levels. And there's a strong family component. And with that rich library, that component means that we'll be sending lots of books home with our students, and you'll see that I referenced in the memo that student choice and book choice is a big piece of this. So this particular program aligns with our core beliefs around a balanced literacy approach. And it's thematic based. They have beautiful, rich trade book libraries for our students. And choice is built in by levels, of course. So there's a research-based assessment that comes with this program that places students on levels and gives teachers lots of rich information about who they are as learners that will help put them on that track. But then once they're on that track, choice plays a role because we want to continue to maintain and promote a love of literacy. And just to add one more piece, we're very grateful to have the additional professional development days in this upcoming school year because we will use those days to provide some instruction for our teachers that are implementing the program. So we've also created a draft professional learning plan. There'll be some virtual days that they're going to receive some instruction, but also some in-person starting in August. And then throughout the year, those additional days are key.
Great. Any questions for Superintendent Martini or Assistant Superintendent Kuhn? Seeing none, we'll move into our monthly reports. And our first one is our student rep report. I will turn it over to Josephine Ruby.
Good evening, everyone. So we want to introduce that this week, the students at the high school are taking their final exams for this school year. So good luck to everyone taking their exams.
I know that Ms. Smith-Coonan just brought this up, but we just wanted to extend our congratulations to the boys and girls track team. I feel like every single end of the season, we're adding it to our report that they've won yet another NPL championship, so congratulations to them. I think they also went to their state opens this week, but Class House state meet was last week. Everyone did great, so congratulations to all those athletes and good luck to those participating in nationals.
And then for a sort of bittersweet announcement, we would like to welcome our new junior student representative who's replacing Jody for the upcoming school year, Gabby Sanchez. So congrats to you, Gabby.
We like having more New York Mets fans,
So,
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has kind of impacted my time on the board. This opportunity has been life-changing and amazing. It's been so nice to know you all as kind of colleagues, but also as people. I consider you all my friends, so you all had an amazing impact on me, and I just wanted to say thank you, and I will miss you all. And congratulations to Gabby, and I know that you'll do great.
So, Josephine, we do just want to take a moment to recognize you and thank you for your service to the board, to your classmates. You've been an amazing representative. Josephine will be attending UConn next in the fall. We wish her the best. And welcome to Gabby. I know Gabby personally. I know she will be a strong advocate for her fellow classmates also. That brings us to our enrollment report. Any questions on the enrollment report? Seeing none, we'll move on to the fire drill report. Any questions on the fire drill report? Seeing none, move to the human resources report. Any questions on the human resources? Excuse me. Seeing none, we'll move on to the facility use report. Any questions on the facility use report? Seeing none, we'll move on to the finance report. Any questions on the finance report? Seeing none, we'll move on to old business. And our first item is Maple Hill Elementary School solar panels.
Mr. Scully had asked, to put this in old business, Mr. Scully had asked previously about the contract, so we attached the contract for your review. And then there is no, based on our contracts, there's no provision to purchase the solar panels prior to the end of the contract, which concludes in 2039. So we wanted to bring back that information based on that previous question.
Thank you for the follow-up. Any questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. Our first item is that out-of-state field trip. The Chamber of Singers are going to Nashville. Could I have a motion to approve the out-of-state field trip to Nashville?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion by Ms. Makowski. Do we have a second? And a second by Ms. O'Donnell. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? That motion passes. Let's move on to the approval of the 2022-20. That should be 2023-2024 BOE financial.
So make sure that motion is read that way.
Yes. Did you have anything? Okay. So first, we'll take the motion. Could I have a motion to approve the BOE financial plan for the 2023-2024 year as proposed in the amount of $67,185,698? We have a motion by Ms. O'Donnell. Do we have a second? And a second by Ms. Gallo. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? And any abstentions?
I'm gonna abstain, I didn't read it yet, so I would like to read
Noted. That motion passes.
I would like to first thank members of the board for all the work that went into constructing that budget, the decisions that were made, the resources that were allocated, and the support along the way. The workshops here and at the town were well attended, and I think represented well the students of this wonderful community. I'd also like to thank Mayor Hess, but Chairman Hanks, Vice Chairman Higgins, and the members of the Finance Board and the Burgesses for all of the work that they do throughout the budget season and for really understanding our needs in this unique time and providing us with a budget that will meet the needs of this community. So thank you to all. I thought it was a collaborative process that ended well for the BOE, and I'm thankful for the partnerships that exist between the board and the borough.
So, hey, Chris, I concur. Why, we already approved this budget a long time ago, that's why I got confused.
So after you approve it, only then can the board adopt it and vote on it.
Okay, so.
This
I
is just
withdraw my
putting-
abstention, and I go yes.
Good, because I wasn't gonna publicly say it, but I know you know this puppy and we've
No,
talked
no,
about
I
it for
just
a
thought
long
it
time.
was
Yeah,
something new.
yes, no, thank you.
Noted that Mayor Hess changes to vote yes. That brings us to the ECS set-aside vote.
We do this every year. By law, we're permitted to reserve 2% of the ECS set aside annually. We've taken it to the board and voted no based on the strong relationships that I just mentioned with the borough. If we receive the 2% ECS set aside, that would lower the ECS money that goes to the town, which would increase the amount that they're giving to us. We work really hard in collaboration. They're not interested in asking for any more. We want to preserve the strong ties and the collaborative spirit that exists between all of the aforementioned parties. So with that, it is written in the negative, but we'd like you to vote affirmative so that we are affirming the negative vote. Thank you.
Could I have a motion not to request the 2% ECS set-aside funds?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion by Mr. Scully and a second by Ms. Gallo. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? And any abstentions? That motion passes. Like, move on to the approval of the minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the May 4th, 2023 regular monthly Board of Education meeting?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion by Ms. Makowski. Do we have a second?
Second.
And a second by Ms. Grant. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Any opposed? And any abstentions?
I'll abstain.
That motion passes. Then move on to communications. Our first communication is a Connecticut Community Foundation grant.
Yeah, we're excited and thankful that Kate Murphy, Director of Food Services, and Caroline Messenger wrote and acquired $25,000 from the Connecticut Community Foundation to expand and continue our work around Farm to School. This will fund a part-time position, and we'll be able to do more. We've really been successful at engaging students where we have these programs.
Great, thank you. Then move on to the Wellness Committee update.
The Wellness Committee put together an update via memo for you folks. If you have any questions, we can take it back to the Wellness Committee. Next year, they'll come and speak to you. We'll schedule a presentation. So they thought, write to you, give you a memo in writing. Next year, they'll do a short presentation to the board at one of our meetings.
Great, thank you.
Excuse me. Question. The wellness committee, what is it? There's no nurses or anything involved in this?
There is, they're on the committee. Yeah, by statute, you have to have a Wellness Committee, and it's comprised of lots of folks. Are you on it? You are.
Yeah. I'm on it, there is.
No, I just was, just saw this. I knew there was always a committee, but I didn't know why it was being brought up again.
Yeah, it's just an update because we haven't come to the board in so long, and we want to get their chairs, co-chairs, Alicia, in front of you to talk to you a little bit more. But right now, they just put together the memo for the time being. Reese Risk and Nicole Genetti are the co-chairs. And nurses, staff, board member. Is there another board member on the committee? Parents.
We'll then move to the NPS 2023 Paraeducator of the Year. This year, it was Miss Polly Grant. Congratulations to her on that honor. And also the NPS 2023 Teacher of the Year, which is Lisa Taft. And congratulations to her also.
We recognize them at convocation. I don't want you to think that we're not recognizing them here. We let you know, and then we make it a really big deal at convocation.
Thank you. Then board communications, as you know, tomorrow is City Hill stepping forth ceremony. And Tuesday is high school graduation, and the last day of school. We'd like to thank all of our students, staff, faculty, community for a great, successful school year. We hope everyone enjoys their summer vacations, and we look forward to seeing everyone in the fall. Does anyone else have any board communications? Seeing none. Can I have a motion to adjourn? We have a motion by Ms. O'Donnell. Do we have a second? And a second by Ms. Makowski. All those in favor? Any opposed? We're adjourned.
Say it loud.